Welcome to the Just Being Frank Show, the realest sports talk show on YouTube, giving fans a real-life perspective on sports and entertainment.
You knew better, you do better. Who do it better?
On a stool, nah, two-letter, CC. Top of the morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you at. It's the Pub and Hustle Do the Most. Welcome to Just Being Frank Show. Man, oh man, we still are where we was from when Caitlin Clark first arrived. I'm probably gonna switch this. Hold on, let me switch this around. I was trying to bring some Christmas spirit to the table and talk in front of my Christmas tree, but I can't even see myself. So let's switch this around here. This is gonna be a hella fire show right here. Y'all already know. Y'all know what it's gonna be. Y'all know me. For those that know me, y'all know what this is gonna be. Hit the like button, subscribe. All right, let's move over here. Oh man, I can't wait to unpack all of this stuff. We got Wlson running her trap, right? Got Wlson running her trap. Time magazine setting the trap for her to run, right? Even though Caitlin was just there last year accepting this same award, you got them trying to push an agenda about some race baiting type shit. And this is where it all started from in the first place when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Wlson claiming that Caitlin Clark only got the Nike contract because of white privilege and complaining about how she don't have a signature shoe and all this other stuff, right? All right, let's see. Better, that's better. All right, yeah, y'all notice I'm growing my top out. When it's cold out, I grow my top out. Cold outside, we go to top out. Shout out to everybody that's been in the building early. Let's see. Let's read a few of these chats before we get in. Let more people come in. Hit the like button. Let them know we up. Cheers, gotta work and lurk, bro. Yeah. I'm here. Donnie does dishes. Shout out to you. Duke says, I don't see Project B lasting past 3 years. You mean the Saudis, Project B, yada yada. Fly Sports is in the building. Shout out to Fly Sports TV. Says the real voice of CC. No doubt about it. Appreciate you. Listen, so I'm actually tired of being the voice for CC when CC don't want to be the voice for herself. So I'm glad you started right there, because here we are again, having to unpack, unfold, and have the back of Caitlin Clark because people attacking her fan base. Us, people like myself. Time magazine is calling her fan base toxic, racist. Wlson has done that as well, said it's crazy to play in Indiana. Caitlin Clark's fans is toxic, racist. Stephanie Metheny White just came out and on Sue Bird's podcast and talked about the toxicity that has entered the league now. Wink, wink, Caitlin Clark, her own player, that it's again, and we didn't talk about this same stuff over and over and over and over again, right? Same stuff. Same hatred, same narrative they keep pushing, all this BS, and now it just came right back to our front door. And I didn't know how to take it at first. We've covered all of the same stuff. The delusional women in the Wnba, even Wlson, running her trap when Caitlin Clark was just a rookie, entering the league, already claiming it's because she's white is the reason why she gets the love and the hype that she gets. It's because she's white. So started the racial the division right then and there. Because you got black people like, yeah, because she white. That's all it is. That's because she's a white girl. And I just got to start asking black people, because I grew up in a black neighborhood. in black culture. In black culture, we supposed to be big on what? Whatever, keep it real. Keep it real. He ain't keeping it real. That he fake. He want to be gangster. He want to be street. He want to be tough. He want to be this or whatever. He not keeping it real. But it seems like we just cannot keep it real when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Let's just keep it real. That's it. Let's keep it real. The white girl is something special. She's even more special the fact that she's a white girl, if you want to keep it all the way real, because white people, they're not as athletic as black people. So the fact that she is white and able to do the things that she's doing, how she's doing it, is even more impressive than if she was black. It's just a fact. That's just keeping it real. When they told me it was a white girl playing like Steph Curry, I said, get out of here. No fucking white girl playing like no Steph Curry. That's just disrespectful. And my whole first initial, I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe she can shoot threes. Before I watched her, my whole premise, maybe she can shoot threes. Just because she can shoot threes, y'all want to say she play like Steph? That's disrespectful to Steph. Well, because she shoot long range things and somebody had to tell me again and again, bro, trust me, she's Steph Curry on the court. I'm like, let me watch this South Carolina, it's the Final Fours, undefeated South Carolina. Let me see these South Carolina Gamecocks kick the shit out of whoever they took calling Steph Curry. Just put it to bed. And she showed me she's more than Steph Curry. I walked away from the game and I said, shit, that white girl better than Steph Curry on the girl side. I had to keep it real with nobody, not YouTube, not people around me, with myself. I had to keep it real with myself because myself told myself, ain't no way. My initial thought, ain't no fucking way this white girl, ain't no white girl playing like, shut the front door. And then I watched. And myself had to come to myself and say, yeah, nigga, she all that and then some. And my other self agreed. Nigga, you know what? You right. Shit. Let's see it again. Can she do it again? And I watched the LSU game. And she did it again. And oh my Lord. I said, oh, okay. So she just crazy. She's just like this. So you mean to tell me this ain't the. So it's not a one-up. And she was already averaging 35, 36 in a tournament. And I was like, God damn. She is all of that and then some. And she's white. I couldn't believe it. So again, black community. Well, why are we just not keeping it real? We big on that in the black community. I thought, unless it comes to, okay. But I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into this article. I really don't want to, because I'm pretty sure a lot of us already have heard about this article. Shout out to AB in the building. Shout out to you. Missed you, girl. Missed you. I see you in the building. Wow, Larry Bird dealt with the same issue. A black guy doing math at a high level is a bigger novelty than a Chinese guy doing math at a high level. Correct. Duke Lombardi. Okay, I like that. So is CC the only problem according to the haters? Yep. But my thing is too, Because Larry Bird, he didn't really deal with this. Larry Bird didn't really deal with that. That's not a true statement. Scott, Larry Bird didn't deal with this. He dealt with a little bit of it, like this much of it. Like he had Isaiah Thomas say what he said, and that was basically it. Because it was proof in the pudding. Larry was scary. It wasn't and see, for us men, we don't, when we see something that is what it is, we keep it real, at least on that front. That's why most Caitlin Clark, the men of, fans of Caitlin Clark, a lot of them are black. I mean, she got a more white male fans than black, but mostly you don't get I can't say no. Because I'm trying to look at NBA players. Like you hear all the ex-NBA players like the Charles Barkley, the girl Bash, Shaquille O'Neal. He even said on Angel Reese's show, I was trying to be a hater against her, but she just bad. Same thing. I wasn't trying to be a hater. I just didn't believe she would be on a level of nowhere close to Steph Curry-esque. But you got a lot of the males saying, yeah, she all that and then some. And you got some that's hater and they all in their black, pro-blackness, and they just can't allow their pro-blackness to give the white girl her flowers. And to understand, like, we wasn't interested not because of no reason. Like, they make every excuse on why people wasn't watching the WNBA. Except for the truth. The truth of the matter. And why can't we just tell the truth? I don't understand this. Because we do it for the men's side. When it comes to critiquing NBA players, the league, anything, the commissioner, ESPN or Fox Sports or any of those mainstream sports channels, they have no problem calling out the NFL, Roger Goodell, Adam Silver, or whatever. Kobe Bryant, it doesn't matter. Lamar Jackson, everybody gets critiqued, even the MVPs. Jokic, Giannis, Luka. How many times Luka ain't been called fat and chubby and all kind of shit? He don't take it serious and he need to get it. How many times? Even though he giving you damn near averaging a triple-double his whole career. He still gets critiqued. Rightfully so. Any NFL player, any of that stuff. The best of the best still gets critiqued. But when it comes to the WNBA, we let these girls tell us this is the best league in America. And you mean tell me nobody, or this is the best professional, nobody on ESPN can tell them, no, it's not. Nobody can say the game isn't fast-paced or it's not enough athletic players. The game doesn't look right when you talk about what we're accustomed to watching on TV, when we pay good money to go watch a game. The type of talent that we go and pay to watch or we take time out to watch on that nice screen, it's because those people are watching and we paying to watch and taking time out are extraordinary. Is it unextraordinary? They're special type of talented people. It's different. You don't, in your normal life, see 6'7", 6'6", flying down the court, jumping out. You don't see that. That's special. That's weird. It's like, whoa, that's something to watch. When you see a Steph Curry pulling up from 30 feet and turning around, running back the other way before the ball even go through the net on a multiple, that's special. When you see cats running at full speed and stop on time and back up 2 steps and hit the step, that's special. When you see a cat grab the rebound and throw the ball all the way down the other end of the court pretty pass and go straight into. That's special. That's entertaining. You bitches can't do that. Why nobody can just say y'all not special? You're not entertaining. I can go watch AAU basketball. 8th graders, do what you do. I can go watch teenagers do what you do, Asia Wilson. I know a teenager right now that'll kill Asia Wilson on the court. Destroy her. 8th grade. Not even high school yet. Mrs. MVP called herself Thanos. You called yourself Thanos? The nerve. That Asia Wilson, you called yourself Thanos? Do you know? Thanos was the best of the best. You see, Mike was Thanos. Tom Brady was Thanos. Because they was better than the Avengers. You can't be Thanos in a league full of turtles. Turds. You're Thanos to turds. How does that even, you Thanos? To call yourself the GOAT shows you're not. Asia Wilson called herself the GOAT in her article. Oh, I'm the GOAT. Oh, yeah, and the GOAT means it's hard for somebody to catch me. Excuse me? Again, the league did not start until last year. That's the first year of the Wnba game. If nobody knew who you was, everything you did beforehand, it doesn't matter. If you had no fans supporting you, you didn't bring no crowd to the arenas. Nobody knew what you did or done because you're not you're not entertaining. So it doesn't matter. That's like again, this is like a high school or a middle school kid claiming they're Thanos. To what? Middle schoolers? Compared to what? Because you need Avengers to be Thanos. If nobody know who you are, nobody watched you play, nobody care. So all that what the old people did in the no, it doesn't matter. You didn't draw the crowd. I don't want to hear about your accolades and all that bullshit that you did against bogus players. That's why we don't really care about who did what back in the 50s. We don't give Bill Russell the flowers that a lot of people would say he should deserve for having 11 rings. The reason why we look at your 11 rings, sir, like it's nothing because nobody was there to witness it. And the competition, it wasn't as up to par. It was still there. See, that's one thing I didn't know. I had to learn that because the narrative was with the old school basketball, nobody was in the league. It was no competition. Now it's 11 teams, 12 teams. It was Wnba status. 11 to 12 teams. There's barely any teams. So, yeah, you winning 11 rings with 11 teams. That's not as good as it seems, right? That don't scream king. Thanos. They don't scream Thanos. Because you won 11 rings in a league that nobody, it was really compared to 30 teams. Countless of stars, Hall of Famers, then been in and out the league. So again, we look at Bill Russell and we take his 11 rings. He not even in the top 5 in a lot of people's eyes. So all the accolades that Bill Russell got, 10 times more, 20 times more than A'ja Wilson. Nobody cares. Nobody was there. So just like, even though we was here, this is what's worse. At least when Bill Russell was playing, the league just started out. In a sense, the league just started. The league been around when you got there. The league been started, and nobody was impressive enough. Nobody was impressive enough for people to tune in. All the while. So you putting up numbers and winning MVPs and championships in a league that everybody considers weak, trash. It's not saying a lot, A'ja. It's not saying a lot. When Caitlin Clark, a rookie, can come in y'all league and break 62 records, the most to ever do this, the only rookie ever record a triple-double, it really exposed how bad y'all really been for so long. It really validated us that we didn't miss nothing all the while. Caitlin just came in here and she just destroyed y'all league in her first season. With y'all face guarding her, double teaming her, grabbing her, poking her, running her all, doing the most. And she still broke 62. Y'all couldn't stop her from still breaking 62 damn records. And not just any old records. The most assists in the season, the most average assists in the season, the most double-doubles, 20-point and 10 double-doubles by fucking guard, the most three-pointers made, the most this, the most that, the most of damn near everything a guard can give you the most of. She did it in her first year. And dropped a triple-double in her first game of the second season. She like a made-up player out there. And this is what tells us she's better than everybody that came before. Because none of y'all was able to do it. Nobody before Caitlin Clark was able to do what Caitlin Clark did. Hello. That means so I don't want to from Cynthia Cooper to Dawn Staley to whoever the fuck you want to name. They couldn't do what Clark did. She snapped it, and I'm sure none of them, and I mean none, not Candace Parker, not Maya Moore, not none of them, got the treatment, the scrutiny, all of this shit that came along that Caitlin Clark got. Off the and on the court. Crazy, right? Crazy work. She handled it all. With the players hating on her, the coaches hating on her. Meanwhile, she making everything happen for the league and everybody hating on her. And she's still just destroying their ass. A'ja talking about it was a race at a point, and I don't like the fact that it was a race. She said that in her article. I'm not pulling that bullshit up. If you thought I was going to pull that bullshit up and read that, think again. I've heard about it. I've watched enough. Shout out to BDP. Shout out to even Adrian Ross. I just finished watching her. I might pull up. I'm actually pull up Adrian Ross's rant, her take on the article A'ja Wilson did. Oh, I'm definitely doing that. Because she ate. Miss Ross went crazy. She ate on this take concerning A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark. If y'all hear that alarm in my background, that's the tornado watch alarm, or just the, you know, if you live in the Midwest. They do that everywhere in the Midwest. 12 o'clock come, they turn on a tornado alarm. Just make sure it's working properly. All right, either here or there. So, for you to say it was a race, Asia Wilson, and you didn't like that, if Caitlin Clark had played, oh, I hate to do the ifs. I hate to do these hypotheticals. Oh, my God. But at the same time, it's really reality. You can really actually, had Caitlin Clark played in this series versus the Las Vegas Aces, Asia, you would have lost. Y'all would have lost. Wouldn't have been MVP, finals MVP, because you wouldn't have had a finals appearance. You would have lost. You almost lost to people that came off the couch. So if I'm a gambling man, I would be able to bet my bottom dollar if Caitlin was playing. You would have lost that series. They took you to the however many games they play in the WNBA series. I don't fucking know. 5 games. They took you to 5. Or what did you go 7? I don't know. I don't think y'all went 7. It took you as many games you could take a team to. And Caitlin Clark was the leader of winning the MVP votes at the beginning of the season. Girl, you gonna call yourself the GOAT? When you know this phenom, see, that's what I mean. You can't keep it real with even yourself, because yourself should have said, hey, that girl is a problem. She is a problem. And I'm talking about in a good way. Like, she nice as they come. Just like Bird was able to look at Michael Jordan and call him Jesus in sneakers. Didn't take away from Bird's game. Magic was in love. Charles Barkley, all of them was in love with Mike's game. They knew he was something that they wasn't. And it wasn't no hiding it. It wasn't no denying it. It wasn't no fighting against it. It wasn't no hating on it. It was what it was. He dunking on 4 or 5 people. His first step is undeniable. I can't do nothing with him. Nobody can. He's something like we've never seen before. All the greats could tell you that about Mike. You hear how Kobe's peers talk about Kobe? Everybody who played against Kobe or with Kobe, you hear how they speak about Kobe being Bryant? I'm talking about the Hall of Famers. I ain't talking about the bums. I'm talking about some of the nicest of the nicest. You hear how Tom Brady's peers talk about Tom Brady? It don't take away from their greatness. They just said, hey, yo, that's crazy. He's crazy. I know I'm crazy, but he's even crazier. Why is it that, Asia, you don't see you a basketball player? You're a champion, all this type of shit from South Carolina into the league. And you can't tell me that you don't see this girl special? Y'all don't know how to, you can't tell that, damn, if she was my point guard instead of Chelsea Gray, if I had Caitlin Clark as a point guard and I'm Asia Wilson, boy, the damage, we might go undefeated. You're not able to tell that? Because a lot of players, they do that all the time. They get with each other. You see LeBron, Wade, Bosh, when they got together. Well, LeBron, in his mind, that we're not just winning 1, 2, 3. We winning 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In his mind, you put me with Wade and Bosh. Kevin Durant, when he looked at Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, that's championships easy. Throw me over there. And they like, yeah, come here because we see your game. So, Asia Wilson, you think you that far apart? The delusion. Because even if you consider yourself with the best, which you should, right now, that's white cheeses in sneakers. See, and do you know what that would have done for you if you actually would have said something of the sort? Like, yo, Caitlin is all that and then some. And she gonna be, by year 4 or 5, That's going to be spooky hours for us. Yeah, because I know how much I grew after year 1, year 2, by year 4, year 5. I see Asia Wlson should know I peaked. I was at my peak by year whatever it was for her. So she should already be aware and understanding of, Kaylin, you did that in your first year, and then follow up with your, even before the regular season, in the preseason, the way she looked against Brazil, the way she just first shot of the game, first 3, bow. How you like me now? Come back down. 34 feet bound. Damn near shooting the ball from out of bounds. That's how she was coming into the second season. Triple dub, first game out. And you think you Thanos? Slap the shit out. I swear, boy, I tell you, boy, it's nuts. It's nuts to me. What's good, everybody, man? Hit the like button, subscribe. Appreciate everybody coming through. Rebecca's in the building. I see you. Duke's in the building. I see you. Donnie does dishes. We already got to you, too, as well. Let me see. Let me come down, son. It's nuts. AW is in the building. So, again, the disingenuousness. Let me pull up. Let me pull up Adrian Ross. I ain't even watched the Adrian Ross video in a while. Reporter calls out league for asking Caitlin Clark to be best. Who? Rachel Demeter. Yeah, I might even react to a Rachel Demeter because she kind of been going in too lately. Because again, but my thing is, Clark, where are you? Where is? Because look, man, I get it. All this, her brand, her brand, her brand, her brand, her brand, her brand. Her brand is getting attacked. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna skip this part. Hold on. Here we go. We're gonna pull it up. Okay. All right. Let's get. I need a little help. Fake ass women will never give kudos because they're so full of hatred, jealousy, and envy. Now, before I pull up Miss Ross, let's pull her up real quick. Pull her up and speak on this real quick. Because I almost didn't speak on this. I almost didn't come out because I'm still waiting. I'm like, this is my biggest issue with Clark. We go hard for Clark, but Clark don't go hard for herself. She don't stick up for herself. And again, she don't have to be rah-rah. She don't have to be none of that. She don't have to be messy. I'm not saying she needs to do cryptic tweets, but she should definitely be saying something when her character and her fan base gets attacked time after time after time. Like, for real, you got your coach is insinuating your fans made the league toxic. You is basically saying you made the league toxic, your own coach. And that's something I don't think Adrian Ross would ever admit to, though. That's why I kind of slowed down on watching the show. Because a lot of BS that Stephanie White was doing last year, Miss Ross kept letting it slide and kept trying to throw like it wasn't no thing. And to me, I'm like, come on now. We got to keep it real. Period. So, What was I? What was on? Let's go. Let's play this video. Let's play this video. I'm just saying, Kaden Clark, you gotta start speaking up for yourself, man. We can't be the only ones that's taking this and rocking out. Because again, to me, now I'm confused. I'm like, do you agree with what Asia and everybody else is like? What is it? Do you agree? You feel like your fans is toxic too? You feel like we racist too, or what? What how you feel about your fans? Come on, like something like that. You don't gotta attack nobody. Tell us how you feel about your fans. How about that? How about you? You know, you love your fans and the support and all of that. And I know you even said little things, but no, when your fan base is getting attacked like this, and because they're literally attacking you for real, and they just putting your fan base in it to make it seem like they're not attacking you. But I digress, man. Let's go.
But you also seem to be looking to take someone else down. I'm going to go through some of this. I hope you stay with me throughout the whole video. Let's get into some of what A'ja Wilson said, and I'll give you my response as I read portions of it. I wish I could get rid of this box thing right here, this AI box thing. It's so annoying, but I can't get rid of it. So you see this image of A'ja right here, and then you see the headline. A'ja Wilson is Time's 2025 Athlete of the Year. And it starts off by telling us about her going to the championship parade. She's got a cocktail glass with some kind of pink slushy what they call an adult beverage, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, don't forget the tambourine that she used to use in church growing up. And you might remember that after they won the championship, she came to the post game with that tambourine. This paragraph goes into covering Wilson's left hand is the golden gauntlet worn by, is it Thanos? I'm sorry, I'm not into Marvel supervillains. So Thanos, I'll say Thanos. Forgive me if I'm wrong. It says, under each of the 6 infinity stones that control the universe, Wilson, the 6'4" superstar, has written one of her season's honors, scoring title, her second 5K. In June, she became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach the 5,000 point milestone. DPOY for Defensive Player of the Year, her third. MVP, her record 4th. Finals MVP, her second. And champ, her third. Now, you ain't gonna get me lying. Quite the list of accolades, no doubt.
I ain't gonna lie, no, to me it ain't. It ain't nobody. It ain't. It's not impressive. You're trash.
She's the first player in WNBA or NBA history to win a championship, claim the scoring title, and be named Finals MVP, League MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. And she's one of
They count Defensive Player of the Year. They count rebounds on who they pick Defensive Player of the Year, which makes no sense. It just shows you how much the WNBA is just full of shit. They don't do that for the men's side. They don't take in consideration how many rebounds you take or get when they determine who's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. It's ridiculous.
4 players in either league to win 4 MVP trophies before the age of 30. The others being Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and LeBron James. I'm waiting on them to call for the Academy Award and the Emmy, quips her father, Roscoe. And now let's look at some quotes from A'ja Wilson. When you've collected everything, that's Thanos, says Wilson, 29, during an interview in the New York City hotel about a month after the parade. And
when you collected everything, that's Thanos. Wow.
This year, I collected everything. I don't really talk much SHIT. I mean, crap. I kind of let my
She don't really talk a lot of shit.
Game do it. This was my biggest moment of doing it because no one's ever done what I've done. And I think people really needed to understand that. My comment about that is if they don't understand it, that should tell you something. If they don't get it, if they are not moved by it, if they're not, I'm not saying they're not big accolades, but if people don't care, and you might want to examine why.
Right. Because you're trash for real, and your league is trash for real, so nobody cares. Like, nobody's going to care. It could be a 7th grader right now that's been winning MVP of every tournament for the last 3-4 years of his life. He could be scoring champion, scoring the most, averaging the most a kid has ever averaged at that. Nobody would care. It's AAU. Shut up. You're in middle school. This is the same thing. This is WNBA. You guys are trash. Shut up. You're talking about Thanos. You what?
I think people really needed to understand that. You've done so much. It seems like they would understand how big it is if they were paying attention, right? It says she breaks down her parade outfit too. The front of her black t-shirt paid homage to Michael Jordan, mimicking the design he wore to the parade celebrating his own 3rd championship in 1993. The back said regression year, a play on something sports podcaster invited Mark
too. The greatest player of all time. He's never supported the WNBA. You ain't never seen Michael Jeffrey Jordan pull up. You ain't never seen him shout out no WNBA player ever. Not a Lisa Leslie, not a Candace Parker, not a... Matter of fact, hold on. He has to have somebody sign, folks, on the Jordan brand. It's got to be. Does Michael Jordan have any WNBA players signed to the Jordan brand? Yes.
Michael Jordan and the Jordan brand
have
several
multiple
WNBA players
Who
signed.
is it? Satu Sabali. Okay.
This includes players
Jordan, Canada, Kia Nurse. Okay. All right. I'm about to say that'd have been crazy. Hey, he still don't promote their ass. Boy, they get no promotion. Kia Nurse, Aerial Powers, all the trash players for real, except for Satu and Jordan Canada. Kia Nurse, Aerial Powers, Nefesta Collier. Okay. Damn, Mike Jordan. You got to give Nefesti one. Maya Moore was under Jordan. Okay. All right. So he been rocking. He been signing them up. Okay, I was wrong on that. He been on that part. That he definitely got players signed. I thought he didn't have no players, but let's go.
Posted on social media when the Aces struggled earlier in the season. The A'ja Wilson regression was something I didn't expect to see this season. And she goes, that's when I was like, oh, people are really playing on my name, says Wilson. But my regression leads to a championship. So here's the cover. This is what it looks like, minus all these drop down things off Time magazine. So annoying. And so is A'ja. So moving down the arc.
Damn, you know you done messed up when Adrian Ross call you annoying.
Article, because I'm not going to cover all this, obviously. It says, from A'ja, I've been the GOAT since 1996 in my house, says Wilson, playfully flashing her tongue, just like she did after hitting an instantly iconic buzzer beater in Game 3 against the Mercury. She turns contemplative. I think I'm on my way there, she says. I'm making it real hard for people to chase after me. That's what it means to be the GOAT. And again, she could learn some
12 teams, 11 teams. It's 11 teams. How many players? You're the GOAT of what?
Ability. And here's some advice for her. Leave the GOAT talk to other people.
For sure. Listen, you never hear, one thing you would never hear GOATs do is call themselves the GOAT. Mike never called himself the GOAT. Kobe, Tom Brady, you would never hear them dudes say, I'm the best. That's up. And when you're the best, everybody else will discuss that. And period. You won't hear Caitlin Clark ever come out and say, I'm the best. You won't even hear Maya Moore come out. You won't hear Cheryl Miller. even though they know it in their own brain, even though they think it in their own brain, they feel like they are. They don't come out and say that. What she's doing a LeBron James right now. LeBron, when you got to come out and say it and try to convince people, that really says a lot that you're not the GOAT. No GOAT ever has to say they're the GOAT. That's oh, hold on.
About whether or not you're the GOAT. But she said, I'm making it real hard for people to chase after me. Now, here's where we got to get into it. Her rocket ship run comes at an opportune time. In 2024, Caitlin Clark's rookie season helped the WNBA hit milestone TV and attendance figures. But Clark's emergence created a toxic, racially divisive narrative that she was almost singularly responsible for salvaging a league whose foundation had been built by a mostly Black player base. So here we go with the racial idolatry and all that comes with it. Okay. Once again, they want to tie Caitlin Clark to racism, in spite of the fact that in the first game of Caitlin's second season, there were those accusations again of racism, which amounted to 0. In spite of the fact that people are people, and yet they want to constantly tie it to Caitlin Clark's fan base and by extension to Caitlin Clark. It's ridiculous. And I'm going to say now, and I'm sure I'll say it again, A'ja Wilson and the WNBA just do not deserve Caitlin Clark. And neither does Time Magazine, which loves to push narratives. So again, says, but Clark's emergence, notice how that's worded. You being here, Caitlin, the fact that you're here, I done told y'all before, they don't want her here. Okay. They only want to use her name when it seems like it can help them in negotiations for more money or revenue share. Because here again, Clark's emergence created, you coming in, you showing up, Caitlin, created a toxic, racially divisive narrative that she was almost singularly responsible for salvaging a league whose foundation had been built by mostly Black player base. Here's my advice. If you don't want white people in your league, if your whole focus is it was just Black people, then just have a Black league. But if you have a league where everyone is welcome, stop talking about this was done by Black people. This was done by Black people. This was done by Black people. This was done by a whole lot of people who were not Black. And it was done by people who were Black. But for you to throw that out there is so divisive narrative. So if you're white, you can't shine. Forget Breonna Stewart. Forget Diana Taurasi, whom everybody but A'ja still calls the GOAT, and me, because I don't. Cynthia Cooper in the house.
Right. And see, and for me, like, all this Blacks did this, Blacks did that. You shouldn't want to even put your name on this. You shouldn't even want to put your name on doing what? You failed? Blacks what? Failed? Couldn't build the league up? The Black women wasn't talented enough to build the league up? All you do, let me pull her down for a second. I need a big screen. All y'all do is make it to where you put the spotlight on that you wasn't good enough. All this acting like you was, and it's been, we all know that's bogus. You've been losing money since you never turned a profit. I wouldn't want to be attached to building that. You look stupid. Oh, A'ja, you've been the face of this. Diana Taurasi, you was the face of this. Candace Parker, you was the face of this. league that never succeeded. Cheryl Swoop, you was the face of it. You never succeeded. All you do is make people aware of and have to fight you back with, hit you back with the fact that y'all have been a failing welfare league. You even had housing. You were so welfare-ish, they gave you housing. Y'all so broke, you needed them to pay for a place for you to stay. Because y'all can't draw a fly to a fucking turd. Couldn't draw an audience. Caitlin Clark comes again, and all of this is proof in the pudding. It's so crazy. Like, what was the top votes, all-star votes before Caitlin Clark got there? What was Asia Wilson at? What was 80,000, 60,000, 70,000? The top all-star vote. What was it? Please, somebody enlighten me in the chat. Before Caitlin Clark got there, it was somewhere around 60 to 80,000. I believe it was short of 100,000. And then when Caitlin Clark got there, now the top one was at 600,000. How do you think that happened? You've been in the league forever, and you ain't never, ever got close to 100,000, 200,000. Now all of a sudden, the top leader that has 1 million and some fan votes is in the league, and now you have 600,000. Oh yeah, a lot of that must have to do with that simple mathematics of her fans. Some of her fans are the people that she's brought in to hate her or love her, got to notice me. Got to notice me. And now they know my name and they voting on me. I'm earning quadruple more votes, fan votes, than I ever have my whole career off of this one girl coming into the league. More proof you need? Caitlin, your teammate at the time, Kate Money Martin, didn't even know she was going to be drafted to the WNBA. She showed up in support of Caitlin, got drafted to your team, and she ended up being what? Third, second in jersey sales? Don't even, you talking about a bench player. Only because she's connected to Caitlin Clark and everybody loves her as well, because the way she carries herself and all of that stuff too, that she was selling the most jerseys more than Asia Wilson. The face, right? The MVP of the league. Kate Money Martin, who wasn't even going to be drafted, sold more jerseys than the MVP of the league and her teammate. And so as the Asia Wilson, you know, and again, Kate Money Martin was your teammate, and you see her sales just because she's attached to Caitlin. And you take the opposite route. You should have been telling Caitlin, we need to pod together. Y'all should have been trying to be friends with Caitlin. Look at Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham name and brand has went through the roof. All because she stuck up for Caitlin Clark, which she premeditated. She already knew it. She stated it before the season started when she came and did her announcement of being an Indiana Fever, right? Signing up with the team, that she was going to protect her players, and she's feisty and all kind of shit. That, yeah, it's about to go down. She expected it to go down. And she knew. I think she's a calculated, smart person. And she knew, yeah, when one of them trip and I get Caitlin Clark's back, it's going to change her whole brand, which it has. Kudos to Sophie. Why you other ones don't understand this? Shout out to her instead of the other shit. So I don't get it, man. Now, before I bring Miss Adrian Ross back up, Pete and Jeff is in the chat going at it. Do y'all want to come up on the panel? I know Pete to come up. Instead of having Twitter fingers, I know Pete to come up and explain his side. Jeff, would you like to come up and debate with Pete about any issues you over here chatting away, typing away about? Pete, you're angry. You're just an angry old racist and hater. I mean, to call somebody a racist too, Jeff, is kind of strong, homie. What makes Pete a racist? See, again, I don't want to come up and explain. You want the link? Or you just got Twitter fingers? Yeah, he don't want no smoke. And I'm very listen, because Pete, I've never heard Pete say nothing racial or on the level of nothing you talking about. So this is why I'm with Pete right now. Fight right. So that's what I'm saying. While y'all hitting the chat with all of y'all back and forth, Jeff, Pete let people talk. He let people talk. He ain't gonna just cut you off. What do you mean you can't get through them? So why are you sitting here wasting your time typing so much? Why are you typing? Why are you typing away? If you can't get through them, then what you typing so much for? Why are you wasting your time typing? Because obviously you're not here listening to me. You just want to fight with Pete. You want to fight with Pete? I'm gonna give you the opportunity to fight with Pete. You don't want no smoke, man. So stop with your Twitter fingers, homie. Okay? Because again, I don't agree with you. I don't think Pete is a racist at all. I think he tells the truth about a lot of shit he feels and he sees, which I'm starting to, I see a lot of shit I don't like that I'm seeing. Again, Caitlin, when are you going to say something? I'm tired of saying something for you without you backing me up. I don't even know if you got my back or not. I keep saying shit for Caitlin, and I don't even know if Caitlin feel the same way. Because she has given us nothing that says she does. Zero. And actually, like I know I'm not, but I'm trying to put my feet in Caitlin's shoes. If somebody kept attacking my fan base that pays me, got me popping, not only me, paying you heifers as well. My fan base is the reason the Wnba, and I know this because the numbers show this. It's not because I'm just making this shit up. The numbers show my fan base has risen this fucking league up here to where everybody is now making more money and more known than they ever have been before. Not only the current players, but also the old players. I have made, and listen, when I know this is Caitlin Clark, I'll put myself in her, because she knows this. She don't got to say it. She knows this. She knows she is the reason for everything being blown the fuck up. And you keep saying we racist and toxic. I'm going to have to say something for my fans that support this whole shit. Even at the ones that they don't even like. They don't even like more than half of y'all. But yet, they still talk to you. They still so on and so forth. You got news people who want to talk to you, reporters, yada, yada. You got sponsors lined up. Even for a person like Dejanay Spicy Mustard Cougar Carrington. Sure enough, other companies are knowing who she is and will work with her. So, Caitlin, you're not going to say nothing? You're just going to keep letting these people. This is what's going to turn a lot of your fans off. Me, I'm already turned off. Turned off by it, Kaylin. I love you. But I'm like, I'm sitting here like Jeopardy. Do 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 do. Is you gonna fucking say something? The WNBA ain't even no longer. It's gone. It's a wrap. You should be able to speak now. You gonna say something? You're just gonna let these people keep calling us toxic. That's why I almost didn't cover this shit. I'm tired of covering this shit without you saying something. How I'm gonna have the back of somebody I don't even know if you got my back. You might not even like me because I'm calling out all the bullshit that they do, and you might be agreeing. I don't know. No, I don't know. You tell me, CC, what we doing? We don't like these bitches? Or we like these bitches? Which one? Because I don't like these bitches. And I would think that you don't like these bitches. But I don't know. Because you ain't said nothing to these hoes. So again, keep on not saying that. Now, the 20 million supposedly, allegedly has been reported, 20 million has been offered to Caitlin Clark to play in Project B. Has anybody else heard that in the chat? Anybody else heard that? Put a hand if you heard that. Put a one. Let me put a one if you heard Caitlin Clark was offered 20 million by Project B. Let me know how many people heard that. Put a one in the chat. Let me know if you heard that. Caitlin started moving weird after that Time magazine. Yep, I agree. I agree. One. John probably made that up. Someone combined many offers together and come up with that number. Tina says, I don't know. I'm gonna bring Pete up right quick, man. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Let me put the link in the chat, man. Let's check it out, man. Let's see what y'all got to say on this here. I heard it, but can't confirm the claim. Right, you can't confirm nothing with Project B. You can't confirm nothing, right? And no, I got it from Keep the Vision. I seen Keep the Vision, but I seen that Ben didn't report on it or Fly Hippie. So I knew it probably was a little faulty. Yeah. So if I don't hear Ben or Mick talk hoops, not really Mick, because Mick be authentic. Mick don't just, but yeah, he'll just make a video just to make a video. Ben, Fly Hippie, yeah, they're not gonna just say some shit. They're not just gonna say some shit. So yeah. When I seen they didn't report on it, I was like, all right, this ain't it. That ain't the truth. They ain't offered her shit. Ain't nothing reported that they offered 20 million. The thing is, though, I'm sure they offer. Well, again, this league is, I don't know. It's all a joke, man. I can't wait till just the WNBA women's basketball just go away. Just go away. All together, women's professional basketball go away. We'll watch college after college. Y'all just don't have no knowledge. We don't need to have no knowledge. After college, we don't need no knowledge because ain't none of y'all solid. Caitlin Clark, I'm questioning you too. I don't know where your loyalty lies. Yeah, it's looking like that. No, it's been looking like that. It's been looking like that. Streak 9. It's been looking like that. Ever since Breonna Stewart and Nafessa Collier announced Unrivaled, that's when it's been like that. It told me, it should have told you and everybody else, the league is going away. It's no way WNBA should be okay with another rival league that's called Unrivaled to rival them. And they didn't even care. They allowed the league. They allowed them players in their league to promote another league and didn't fine them, didn't do nothing. They supported it. That told me the WNBA is moving away from these terrible players and their toxic ways and their delusional asses and they activists having motherfuckers. The WNBA and the NBA. The NBA is ready to do away with the WNBA. They've been ready. I've been telling y'all this. And when they announced, and I knew it then and I said it in real time, as soon as it was announced, we started a new league called Unrivaled, and we're going to pay, we're taking the top 30 players from this league that we play in, start a new league, and pay them more money than this league we play in is paying them. I said, oh, yeah, WNBA is done. I didn't even know it was a CBA negotiation coming up. I just knew. There's no way a professional league will allow you to solicit on the job while playing for them, talking about taking their top players and paying them more money than what they're able to pay them. And they okay with that, unless it's they all in together now, which also told me this is the reason why Caitlin Clark's rookie schedule looked the way it looked, because she didn't want to be an Unrivaled, and they knew she wasn't going to be in it. So it took them a while to even announce it. They was trying to get her all the way in college. When she was in senior in college in the March Madness, they was offering her money to play an Unrivaled then. So because listen, believe you me, they would have wanted nothing more than to be able to announce Unrivaled and say they got Caitlin Clark already signed up to play. They would have wanted nothing more to be able to announce that league and say Caitlin Clark is already signed. They couldn't, because Caitlin Clark already denied them in college. And so the powers that be that runs the WNBA, the NBA, all of that, and they wanted to get rid of the WNBA, they knew Caitlin Clark was fucking them up from doing so. They knew Caitlin Clark was the problem. She don't want to sign on. God damn it. So that's going to make this league go underneath too. Just like we went down, they about to go down because she won't play in the league. And so, okay, we're going to make her schedule crazy. We're going to, everybody face guarder, double teamer, triple teamer, grabber, puller, biter, poker, fighter. We don't give a shit. We're going to turn, look this way. And listen, if she do anything out of line, tech, she hit the fucking bag of tech, motherfucker. Yeah. We against you because you against us and doing what we needed you to do. And she came in and all right, well, let me just say I got some white privilege. Maybe we are, no, bitch. We need you to play an Unrivaled. We don't give a fuck that you telling people you got white privilege. That's not going to keep us off your ass, off your white ass. Yeah, we own your white ass until you choose up. Well, what we trying to do up? And so when she hit him with I would play, but I don't want to play 3-on-3. They said, okay, we'll come up with Project B, 5-on-5. We're going to pay you way more than what y'all negotiating in the WNBA. While you sitting there negotiating for $1 million, we got 2, 3, 5 million over here waiting for y'all. And that's for just regular players. For the other players, supposedly, allegedly, we got 10 to 20 to 50 million. What? But It's Saudi money. Right? All you activists ass motherfuckers. It's that Saudi money, baby. Yeah. They don't like it. Yeah. They don't play when it comes to women's rights. They don't know. You don't got no rights. Rightfully so. You're the Lulu. You make decisions on your emotions, your feelings. This is how you feel. Somebody hurt your feelings. We can't have that. No. It's illegal for your ass to walk to somewhere without a man in Saudi. If you're a woman, you better have a man's presence. You better be with uncle, cuz if you ain't got a husband, you better be with uncle, daddy, brother. You better not. It's illegal for you to be a woman walking around by your motherfucking self without a man's presence. I like that. We need to bring that to the United States. We need to bring that to the United States of America. Yeah, y'all ain't got out of hand. No, I don't believe women should be able to vote neither. They're not good decision makers. You're irrational. You're emotional. Shouldn't be voting. Shouldn't be walking around playing. That's how you get your ass raped. Great, whatever you want to call it on internet. Say get your little ass great. You walking around thinking you're cute and showing off half your body, want to be promiscuous. And you didn't came across a predator. Look at this. Look at this. She needs no man for nothing. That's how you gonna stay single like Tina. Tina, a good looker too. Look at her. I think this is her. I think this might be her. I know it's a small picture. Tina, a good looker. Unmarried. You know why? Her mentality. She got the wrong mentality. So, Caitlin, whatever you do, don't listen to people like this. You don't need a man for nothing. How you think Caitlin got here? Through her daddy's nutsack. How you think you got here? People like this, women like this, so disrespectful to men. So disrespectful. You don't mean a man for nothing. Bye. Did nobody tell you to bring your motherfucking feminism ass over here? We don't like feminists over here. Don't bring your feminist ass comments over to my shit. Skedaddle. Poof. Be gone. The fuck? I'm out of here. You're getting crazy now. I'm surprised you was here in the first damn place. I wanted to shoo you away. Shoo now, go on, get. Yeah. Yeah, man. This is a no feminist zone, man. Point blank, period. It's a no feminist zone. Bye, Felicia. Right? Then I see you again. I don't listen, man. I don't play to that. I don't care about what you're talking about. Your feels. But you got to keep it real. Yes, this is the Just Being Frank show. That's like the ultimate realness. Fuck your feelings. We got to spill the realness. You understand? That's all it's about, man. Yes, love it when the garbage takes itself out, man. Yeah, yes. They can't handle the truth. They can't handle the, hey, she don't need a man for nothing. Just so disrespectful to men. So disrespectful to us men. I need a woman. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I can't have children with myself. I can't have children with myself. I need a woman. Shit. My goodness. Oh, Tina learned nothing from the debate when we destroyed their whole feminist ideology. Yes, the feminist ideology and the racial ideology that's in the Wnba gay is nuts. But again, man, I'm still waiting on. Right, and Caitlyn got a man. Why she talking about she don't need a this is that. But I'm waiting on Caitlyn to say something, man. What about y'all? Do anybody miss Caitlyn? Anybody waiting on Caitlyn? Y'all waiting on Caitlyn to say something? Say something. Say something. Hello, hey fans. Hey to my she don't even gotta. Hey to the best fans in the world, my fans that support me and love me, man. I love y'all. I support y'all right back, man. Y'all the greatest of the greatest. You understand? We here on this long ride. I appreciate y'all. Like something like that. Like combat what they saying about your fans and come and let people know you love your motherfucking fans. Fuck y'all. Like say something. You can't do that. You hear everybody, even your own coach, is calling your shit toxic. You can't come out and say, hey, to my toxic fan, I love you motherfuckers, man. I'm paid like a motherfucker fucking with you motherfuckers, man. I'm with your shit because of y'all. People see, soon as they see, look, when all the other companies, when one company took a chance on me and they put something out of mine, my fans went and ate that shit up and spent their money so fast and purchased all of the shit up so fast, it made all the other companies say, God damn, we got to get Caitlyn. We need to get Caitlyn. Because her fans ain't playing about her. It ain't anything she turns to gold. No, motherfucker. It's we turn her to gold. And this is my problem with Caitlyn Clark. We turn you to gold, nigga. You don't turn you to gold. We go out and spend our money and all of this shit and pay attention and hype you the fuck up. You should be understanding to that. Without us, there's no you. And you don't go hard enough. I'll be seeing a lot of us go hard for you, but you don't go hard enough for us. Got me playing Michael Jackson in the background. All I want to say is that you don't really care about us. All I want to say is that you don't really care about us. Do you give a fuck about us, CC? Because I'm getting tired of being called racist or coon. I done got into it with my own family members fucking with you. I don't even fuck with half my family no more. The shit they done said about you, Caitlyn. And Trump. Shout out to my nigga Trump. Shout out to Trump. Keep the fight alive. I don't fuck with my family members no more, Caitlyn. Because I stand for what's right. I don't stand for the racial ideology. I don't give a shit if you was Mexican, Caitlyn. If you was Chinese, Caitlyn. I wouldn't give a shit. You nice. And you carry yourself in a certain way, and it is what it is. I love that. But at some point, though, man, goddamn, man, I'm not buying shit else until you say something about how good we are, how much you need us. Till you say something, I'm not buying another Caitlyn. I won't purchase shit. I'm not about to keep supporting a motherfucker that don't support me. God damn it. You didn't let our YouTube channel take a hit. You didn't let our YouTube channel take a hit, Caitlyn. Because you're full of shit, Caitlyn. Yes, yeah, I love you, but I'm going to call it truth. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you the fuck out. It's time for you to say something, girl. Stop letting these people talk crazy to us. Stop letting these people say what the fuck they want to about you, me, and Pete. Shout out to Pete in the building, man. Talk to him. I got Pete in the building. I was about to end the stream, but Pete came up. I want Pete to say his piece before I go. Pete. And back to the stage. Yeah, CC needs the backbone, some balls. Pete, can you hear me?
What's going on, Pope?
Oh, there you go. There you go. What's going on, Pete?
How you doing, man?
I'm pissed off, man. I heard about this article and was listening to the Adrian Ross break down the article and the shit that bitch had the nerve to say in that article, and the way that the writer, the white writer, which I found out who you was too, motherfucker. Yeah, that try to call us toxic and racist and all of the bullshit that he named. Yeah. Matter of fact, I want to play some more Adrian Ross where she get to that part, and then you can go ahead and dive in.
But this whole thing, you showing up, Caitlin, you created this problem. And it was, the narrative was that you like singularly responsible for salvaging a league. If you don't understand that Caitlin Clark has turned this league around, then you have your head stuck in the sand. And Caitlin Clark herself has never, ever, ever even insinuated that she has done what this article is attaching to her name. She constantly gives attention to those who come before her, which is why some of us were annoyed when she gave into them when she was awarded this honor. Because I said then, I've said before then, and since then, that it will.
No, it wasn't no some of us. It was all of us. We all was annoyed with that white privilege bullshit she tried to say. That's what I'm saying. She willing to, Pete, I'm glad Pete here. So you willing to bite the fucking dust and say, yeah, I got white privilege, but you're not willing to bite the dust for us and say, nigga, my fans is the greatest? Pete, what do you think about that, Pete?
You know, I wasn't surprised by. First of all, I hope you're doing well, Pope. I wasn't surprised by the article because every time they give Asia a platform like this is what she does. So if I had known before, like if they had done a preview, oh, there's an article coming out, Asia won this award, they're going to release an article, I could have told you, many people could have told you, you would have even known. I know what she's going to say because she always does the same thing. Okay, this is her shtick. Okay, where I got a problem, obviously I got a problem with what she said. I agree with you, and I posted it in your comments. When you're the GOAT, you don't have to tell anybody that. You don't decide that. The people decide that. The fans decide that. Obviously, your resume matters, but you don't decide I'm the GOAT. That's what barbershop debates are for, and we've been doing this, Pope. Okay? So we know. You know, that's like, speaking of Tina a little while, that's like when a woman says, you know what, a real man does this. No, you don't decide that. Men decide what a real man is. Goats don't say, I'm the GOAT. They don't do a LeBron, which you're absolutely right. That's what she did in this article, and it sounds pathetic. It really does. It sounds pathetic, and yes, they were applauding Stacey's injury. No matter what they say, because if you got to come out and, as the writer, if you got to come out and say, and for the record, Asia didn't cheer Stacey's injury, that means you did cheer it. Okay? That means, thou dost protest too much. Obviously, you did cheer it. That's what they're saying in the article. Vindication. Well, the fact that Cece was out gave us a chance to show that we're the ones. That's what the article said. Where I got a problem, Pope, the first time she did this, Caitlin's interview with Time was after that. Am I right, chat? Am I right, Pope? Caitlin's interview, okay. So Asia's first comments came first, then Cece's interview. My problem is, why the fuck did Cece sit down with Time to begin with, knowing that they were on this bullshit and it wouldn't be the last time that they did this? You
Oh,
see, that's my point.
you saying it was Time magazine that interviewed Asia when she said Caitlyn had white privilege?
No, she
Is that
was.
what you?
Time magazine interviewed Asia a while back when Asia said, I hate when they say it's not about race. It boils my blood because it is. No matter what you do as a black woman, blah, blah, blah. When she made those comments, that was to Time magazine.
Okay.
After
Yeah.
that was that Time interviewed Caitlyn and she made her white privilege comments. So my point is, why the fuck is Cece sitting down with Time knowing that they are a woke publication and they're going to shit on her?
Yeah.
After that, if I were Cece, after that article, I would have said, nah, no thank you. But people don't see, Cece fans want to believe that she earns everything just because she's Cece and her accomplishments. Listen, that award, when Cece was interviewed and she got Athlete of the Year, that was contingent, conditional. She had to agree to take the interview in a certain direction and say certain things. Among them, I have white privilege. Okay, so it was a quid pro quo. Otherwise, she would not have won that award. I mean,
Right.
it's clear.
Yeah.
Okay, just like we never heard about her fucking Nike logo coming out. That shit came out of the blue, coincidentally, during the season when the injury excuses got too big. Okay, and fans were demanding to see CC on the court. Suddenly, boom, she got her logo. These are not coincidences, people. There's a lot of quid pro quo going on, and y'all gotta wake up and realize that Cece has made that deal with the guy with the red horns, whether you like it or not, because you don't get to the level that she wants to get to without playing ball. I'm sorry, you just don't. At a certain level of fame, Pope, please tell them you're in the music business. At a certain level of fame, there are no more good people. There is no more morality or integrity. It is extremely rare. And you know what? This is why I get fucking pissed with Cece, because again, she doesn't stand up for her fan base. She has never done it. Without her fan base, I don't give a shit if she shoots 99% from 3 lifetime. Without her fan base, Cece is nothing. Pope is in the music business. Pope, please tell the people how many dope rappers are out there, how many great R&B singers who nobody fucking knows about because they don't get airplay. They're either not willing to sign the deal with the devil, they're not willing to play ball, and if you don't get airplay, nobody knows who you are. You could be the most talented. Just like there's NBA level ballers in playground courts all across the country, all across the world. Am I right or am I wrong, Pope?
Yeah. Not only that, let me come back on camera real quick because you cooking right here. And like I said, when P say I've been in the entertainment industry and the rap business, now even before I was into that, my uncle, God rest his soul, Reverend James Cleveland, the king of gospel. Google him. He's the king of gospel. Still to this day, God rest his soul. He got Grammys, all that type of shit, right? He orchestrated Aretha Franklin's hit gospel album. He did the whole thing. They recorded this on prime television as well. You type in Aretha Franklin documentary of her gospel album, you're going to see my uncle, Reverend James Cleveland, orchestrating the whole thing from the choir to everything. He got a star on Hollywood Square. You understand? So I've been around the industry since a kid. I'm talking about anybody who was somebody in the black community that was a celebrity was coming to my Uncle James Church, Cornerstone, right? From the Whitney Houstons to the Stevie Wonders to the Ray Charles to the whoever you can name who was them, they was at my uncle's church. I used to see him on a regular basis, right? I say all that to say my uncle was bisexual. He sold his soul. To me, I believe that's why they gave him all this shit. He was a reverend preaching, the biggest reverend, writing the best songs, best gospel music, but he had a pew full of bisexual men, and he was one of them. He sold his soul to the devil to get where he got. I believe that. And if I could say it about my own uncle, you better believe when it come to Caitlin Clark or Tom Brady, as soon as I seen Tom Brady was involved with, because I used to wonder, like, Tom don't push no narratives, he don't do nothing. He's been able to, escape through the underneath the radars until what he just come out with, cloning his dog. Some cloned his dog that died in 2023. He cloned his dog. Tom Brady got enough money to go get 1 million of the same dog. Whatever dog he had that died, he can go get the same kind of fucking dog, name him the same, and start all over again if you wanted to. Why are you cloning? Like, that telling me, oh nigga, you with them people, and that's you promoting that you with them people. So yeah, I already knew Mike. I felt like Mike's pops was a blood sacrifice a long time ago. I felt like that, and that's how I feel. He ain't gonna be able to tell me different. I believe he sold his long time ago, and that's all he did. Now Mike just fall back. He don't say shit. He just make money. He just collect checks. That's all Mike.
MJ?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So CC, yeah, like P just said, man. CC. Her doing that white privilege shit, it was all the way to the left. It was like out of nowhere. We never thought she would do something like that. We felt like Kaylin would never bow to that type of shit and say something like that, and she did. And I was like,
oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just want to say something. 5 seconds. It wasn't a mistake. Some people say it was a mistake. No, she doubled down in another time interview and then tripled down on Dave Letterman. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, she did. She tripled down.
Same comments.
Let me read some of these super chats, man, real quick. Hold on. Let's go. Okay, right here. Oh, where are we going? Okay. First one, Truth Stand. Shout out to you. Can't rock with Ross, but still want to support. Appreciate it, man, for the $2 super chat. And then we got one asking. For the $5 super chat, Clark needs to take up for her fans in the same manner they made her speak on white privilege. Shout out to you for the $5 super chat. Shout out to Emma. Emma for the $9, $10. What was that? Super sticker? Appreciate it. Much love. All right, let's get back into this Adrian Ross, what she's saying right here, because she's about to get to the part where they talking about her toxic fans, and she singularly brought that to the league. I'm pissed off. I'm angry. You know why I'm angry? Because it's crazy that we fall for this shit. We hear people like Asia say stuff like this, and nobody holds them accountable. That's what I'm pissed off about.
They don't. The media is complicit, obviously. They never ask the difficult questions. Nobody ever asks, Asia, are you worried that somebody could take your time, interview comments as racist? No. They don't ask her that. But they do get Caitlyn pre-game, her rookie season. Oh, yeah, what do you think about the racist, blah, 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 blah. And since they weren't happy with her answer, her handlers got to her and said, no, you got to change that shit up. Then they interviewed her again, and that's what she said. No, there's no place, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so she's allowing herself. Okay, she can speak because she has spoken. This is for all the people who say, because, again, this is where people lose me, the excuses. Well, she has a brand to protect. Everybody got a freaking brand to protect, okay, in some way, and she doesn't have the biggest brand in the world. And she's not the first athlete with a brand. Okay, she's spoken up on other things. I just feel, and I don't know why CC fans get so. I'm a CC fan. Fellow CC fans get so pissed at me for always pushing accountability for her. Because again, without you guys, I mean, think about it, guys. When I get on her ass, I'm defending you. Because without you, she is nothing. Without you, she doesn't have State Farm and Stanley and Gainbridge and Nike. None of those endorsements. Believe you me. Okay?
No, for sure.
So she needs to not say thank you. Anybody can say thank you. Thank you doesn't mean I'm defending you. I'm grateful for my fans doesn't mean I'm defending you. That just means thank you to my fans for lining my pockets. Okay?
Right.
Defending is something different, and it's about time. And you know what? Yeah, like I told people in the chat just now, she's afraid to defend her fan base against accusations of racism because we know what's going to happen, Pope. They're going to say, you're a fucking racist too. And you know, that's going to happen. So you got it. That's par for the course. But she also knows one thing I will say about her fan base, they have shown her they are ride or die. They will be there. So she knows they're going to defend her. She has no reason to believe I'm going to lose fans if I do this, blah, blah, blah. You know, no. So speak the hell up. It's about time, because you know what, Pope? Fine. Let the real racists out themselves even more. If you speak and they attack you, they're just going to expose themselves more. But by you remaining quiet, you're doing what somebody, I forget who it was in the chat, you're doing what somebody in the chat said. You are basically, Streak 9, he was the one. You are basically agreeing with them when they quit fans. It's like, I'll give you a quick example, and then you could. It's like when she said after the Dijonay thing, right? She said, "Oh no, it was a basketball play. I'm not being targeted." Blah blah. After her fans raised hell in YouTube, on YouTube and Twitter. So basically, what you're saying when you say, "No, I'm not being targeted," blah blah blah, you're better off saying nothing. Shut the fuck up. If that's what you're going to say, shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing, because by you saying I'm not being targeted, you gave fodder to the haters and the people calling your fans racist to double down, which is exactly what they did, because you basically called your fans paranoid and crazy.
Yeah.
By denying what the fuck we saw.
And the fact that, and it was the way she said it too. It wasn't even just what she said. It was how she said it. How she said it was
yes.
Like oh, no, why would even like, yeah, right. Like, you guys are just overboard. Like, that's why I say I'm almost done defending. Like, this wasn't even a defending Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Wlson. Because I'm tired of defending something that, like you said, I don't even know if she agrees with what we defended.
Exactly.
Like, I'm like, you don't say nothing leads me to believe you probably agree with them. Like, and that's what
yeah.
Again, like you just said, that was 100%.
And you know what makes it worse, Pope? I'm gonna tell you what makes it worse. A hard foul is one thing, like Diamond DeShields hip checked her in the middle of the court, Kennedy Carter. Okay, we were pissed about that. Those are hard fouls. Those are stupid fouls, flagrants. But the one that she chose to reply and say I'm not being charged was Dijonay. Okay, she poked her in the fucking eye to take her out of the playoff series. You know, when you poke somebody in the eye like that and you got semi-long nails, you're not trying to just injure. You're not trying to just stop or injure. You're cognizant of the fact that you are committing a potentially career-ending foul.
You know what she could have did? You know what she could have did? Chat and Pete, she on that play, the eye poke, she could have simply said, I can't tell you if that was on purpose or not. I would hope she wouldn't do something like that on purpose. But us players having long nails like that should not be allowed.
Bingo.
She, you know what I'm saying? She just said just because even that's accidental, that could have been very detrimental to my whole career, not just that game. Like she could have said that.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying, man. Like you said, bro. Kaylin is starting to really get fucked on my nerves with her.
I mean, how polite are you gonna be? Come on, Pope. You cannot listen. Like you said, man, they doubled down on the ass whippings. Okay, it went worse for her. In the chat, I don't think any of you can disagree with this. I don't think so. But you can let me know. After she made those white privilege comments, it only got worse for her. Look at what happened to her this season. It just got worse. How polite can you be? Look, I have a saying that I always say, Pope. They're always going to hate her. I always say, it's impossible to hug somebody who is punching you in the face. Okay, that's what's happening here. She's trying so hard to appease them, to be liked by them, when what she should be doing is even more trailblazing. She's blazing trails. I gotta give her that. That's a given. But she should be blazing even more trails by saying, you know what? Even if you don't say it vocally, this is my fucking league now. Even if you don't say those words, speak up more. Let people know, no, we're not having this. Somebody in the chat said, well, Sophie doesn't defend the fan base either. And you know what I replied to him? Sophie is not called the GOAT or the face of the league. With great power comes great responsibility. And I don't even compare her to Jordan in this sense. I think she's bigger than Jordan in this situation, because when Jordan came into the league, they had already had fucking greats like Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird was still in there. So Bill Russell, I mean, the list goes on. It's endless. So there were already greats before him. Caitlyn uplifted an entire fucking league. Okay, so that's a lot of power. This reminds me of the scene in Malcolm X when the cop says, when they show up at the precinct, I believe it was, because they arrested somebody wrongfully, and Malcolm shows up at the precinct with a whole bunch of the Muslim Brotherhood, and the cop says, because he sees him snap his fingers and they all fall into formation, the cop says, that's too much power for one man to have. That's how they feel about Caitlin Clark. Okay, so she needs to start fighting back against that. Silence isn't going to do it. Your play on the court isn't going to do it. We already know you're a baller. We already know you're the upper echelon. You proved that. But this shit is not going away. They're doubling and tripling down. And eventually, yes, I believe a lot of people, not some, I believe a lot are going to get tired. Okay, and are gonna say, listen, I'm not paying $500 a game so people can call me a fucking racist. I can stay at home for free.
Right. So you're paying
and not catch any strays.
You're getting kicked out of games for booing. And shit. Like, you can't even do that because they want to try to say everything is racist and toxic, and it's nuts. So yeah, that's why I say, we do away with the WNBA. It can go wherever it wants. They don't got to bring no other league. It doesn't matter. And so, again, Kaylin is giving me and us fans nothing to really go on, really support her no more. She ain't even giving us nothing to support no more.
Exactly.
Because she's not advocating for the WNBA to come up with a deal, to make the deal happen, because she already knows. I'm sure she knows there's no deal going to happen and the WNBA is going away. I'm sure she knows about it all. She's not going to sign with I think she might not even play basketball no more. Like, that's what a lot of y'all is, not y'all, not you, but a lot of people, I don't think y'all realize, really women's professional sports, unless it's the Unrivaled or Project B, that's all you're going to really have when it comes to women's basketball. And if Caitlin Clark doesn't participate in Unrivaled and she don't want to take the Saudi route, then she won't be playing better. Or unless, okay, she might go overseas somewhere and play in somebody else's league. But she even gives off, like recently, she doesn't even care about playing basketball right now. We haven't seen, like, think about it. Last year around this time, Caitlin was workout video after workout video. She lived in the gym. We just seen her in the gym. We don't even see her in the gym no more.
It's almost like she knows, like you said, you know what? You got me there, Pope. I'm rocking with you. It's almost like she knows she's not gonna play next year.
Yeah. That's why she ain't said nothing.
And you know what, Pope? I mean, we've said it. You said it earlier. You know, they didn't build anything. It's never turned a profit. I'll tell you, Pope, there's two big reasons why I think they're scrambling to start these new leagues, and they're totally content to let the WNBA die. One of those reasons is, first of all, you dilute the talent base a lot. So even if the WNBA comes back, you know there's going to be the argument against Caitlin. For example, let's say the W comes back next year, but most of the players are in other leagues. Caitlin wins a title. You know what they're going to say? They're going to use the Bill Russell argument. Yeah, but she was playing against plumbers because the top talent is in other leagues. They left. So that's one reason they're doing that. Okay. Another reason is because they know they didn't build shit in the WNBA. So they know that in reality, it's Caitlin who built the WNBA because she catapulted the league into the stratosphere and into the mainstream. So they want to be able to say, we built something, because they know that bullshit fallacy about we built the W is a lie, and it got exposed. So they're scrambling to build something elsewhere. That's one reason. Another reason is so that their records, they would love for the W to fold entirely so that all their records stay intact. They can't, CC can't touch them. This is another reason why, the chip was given to Vegas, and the DPOY, Defensive Player of the Year, and MVP were given to Asia to boost her tallies, just like the same reason they sent Taurasi to the Olympics, so she could have 6 gold medals and hopefully put her tally out of Caitlin's reach, because they knew Caitlin was coming and she should have been on that fucking team. Okay? Period. So that's why they did that with Taurasi. Sorry for the yelling, guys. That's why they did that with Taurasi. That's why they did that with Asia also, because they know Caitlin is here. I think eventually she is going to start winning. She's got to win, because you guys know I always say records are nice, viewership is cool, commercials are great, but you got to win rings, because there's no GOAT. I love CC as a player, but there is no GOAT in any league. Pope, if I'm wrong, please tell me. There's no GOAT in any league with 0 titles. None. Maybe position players. Like, for example, in the NFL, my personal GOAT running back never won a ring, and that's Barry Sanders. And he's the best I ever saw. But as far as GOAT of the sport, there are none with no rings, so she's got to win. But anyway, that's where they would go with that. You know what I'm saying? If it folded, they would also preserve their records, right? Because they know she's breaking a lot of records. Like, I'll give you one off the bat: Stu Bird's assist record. That shit is dead in the fucking water.
Well, Pete, let me chime in. Damn,
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I apologize.
No doubt. Yeah, I hear, because I wanted to touch on
my brother, cook.
You got a lot. Now I got trying to touch on. I got to try to remember. You know, I got HDTV, man. I don't remember. They will say the best left for Project B.
Exactly.
Yeah, Charles Davis, Dark Man X. But I got to get up out of here, though. Anyways, man, I appreciate you coming up, Pete, as always, man.
My pleasure, brother.
Jules, and all of that good stuff. Chat. Appreciate y'all coming through as well, and giving y'all opinions. And even though if y'all don't like what I'm talking about, y'all, somebody said it hurt their heart that I'm talking like this about Caitlin. No, Caitlin should be hurting your heart that she ain't talking at all. That we left in limbo. Okay, get your head out your ass and realize Caitlin ain't fucking with us. So you keep on rocking with her if you want to. But man, you know, we'll see, man. When is some news, Pete, gonna come out? How long you think it's gonna be till we hear what Caitlin Clark plan on doing with basketball?
I think about 2 months, maybe more.
2 months. Pete said 2 months. It should be very close. It should be very soon. We should hear from Caitlin.
Has she even said anything about the CBA, Pope, at all?
Nothing. Zero. She has said nothing about the CBA. Nothing of the sort. She ain't saying nothing about her
See,
coach.
that's strange.
Toxic. She ain't said nothing about again, like nothing about nothing. So I don't know what Clark is on. So Clark commented on her Instagram yesterday.
Yeah, but that wasn't a comment about anything. She just said, "I love playing other sports to free my mind," which is cool. It's nice to see her post up, but
Oh no!
that's
Wait,
that's not what we're talking about.
wait. That's great. Hold on. So she ain't said nothing about nothing, and you mean to tell me?
She
Oh,
posted a picture of herself playing golf, and she said, "Well, Donnie, what do you think that statement said? Because people have been interpreting it different ways. Donnie, could you please tell me, like, how did you take it?"
right, because that's saying she done with basketball. Like I just said, that's giving a off. Yeah, I'm about to be doing golf. I'm about to be doing. Yeah, that speaks value. I didn't even know she did that. Okay, I'm about to do a video on that. Let me find. Was it on her story or uh was it on this picture? I see
Donnie,
this.
was it on Instagram?
I see
Yeah,
that.
it was. I think it was Instagram. I agree with Donnie. I mean, she's free to do
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
she
right
wants,
here.
but
Yeah, playing other sports is good for my mind and body.
that's
Happy to partner with uh Lil whatever Yoko to help make movement a part of more people's lives. Yeah, CC done. CC done with basketball.
ooh,
And they ain't even telling us. She
you
ain't even
think
telling.
so?
She gonna give us this cryptic ass go. CC. We don't give a fuck
With
about this.
with the
And see,
W or with basketball?
hold on, and time out. See, people, again, I understand we support Caitlin Clark, but when y'all overly do it to the point where it don't matter what she do, y'all gonna just support it. Don't matter if she stick up for you, say something, no matter what, because now y'all so in love with the celebrity of Caitlin Clark to where, like, how you tweet now or giving any kind of thing about something like this when you play basketball, homie? And your basketball league is going down the fucking drain. And
And
there's
you
new
said you
leagues.
wanted to uplift it.
Hold on, Pete. It's new leagues that's formulating. It's
Right.
new leagues formulating. And what you keep putting on your Instagram is shit like this over and over. We did. So this is who you are now. This is who you are now. Meanwhile, you ain't saying nothing.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Kaylin, you full of Kaylin. Ouchie. You a golfer now. You a golfer without telling us you a golfer. You you won't stick up for your fans. Oh, Kaylin. Oh, Kaylin. Kaylin. I gotta do a video on this. All right, man. Let me get out of here though, man. Appreciate y'all rocking. Pete, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Oh, love you, brother. Thank you for having me on, man.
No
Everybody have
doubt.
a wonderful day, man. You know what? We fight a lot in the chat. I just want to say something in closing. We fight a lot in the chat, but I think on some things we actually agree. It hurts my heart seeing somebody being attacked so much and not defend themselves. I hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. I'm not slighting Cece right now. I'm just saying I hate that shit because it's an injustice, and at some point you got to stand up. Everybody's gonna rock with you, Cece, if you happen to listen to this, man, because they do watch YouTube videos, they do read the comments. If you ever listen to this, Cece, people are gonna rock with you. They just need to see a sign. Show a fucking sign of life. And by that I mean show them that they're not fighting for you in vain. That's all. Take a break. We'll be
Yeah,
back.
ladies, we out. We out, man. Good looking, Pete. Oh man. See a sign that you got a spine. Show a sign that you got a spine. Sheesh, Caitlin Clark. That's how you do us. You gonna put up some golf fucking posts talking about playing other sports. Meanwhile, your sport is about to take a hit like none other. Your league, especially the league that you wanted to play in. And you still ain't said nothing. All right. That's cool, CC. It's the Pope. Peace and love to all. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out.